Hey, it's time. Everything's coming to an end. Now, of course, I don't mean death. Well, not in the way that you're thinking of. Not soulfully, but death within the physical. Possibly the spiritual. Maybe even the emotional. At the time of recording, sorry for the disruption. I had to cut out a little part of the video, but much love. Keep watching. Sunday, December 28th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I just wanted to come on here and just say, whatever you're thinking of, as many people come to think of their New Year's resolution and things of that nature, you got this. I'm at the point where I started making these videos, I believe on January 1st of 2025, and now we're at the end of 2025, and look at where we are, look at how we've grown. I know I haven't been uploading as frequently lately, but here we are. As you may notice by my mannerisms and just how I'm speaking about, I'm a bit calmer, gotten older, wiser. But no, seriously, I feel like I go through this like almost every quarter of the year, especially this year, but I feel like I'm going through another transitional stage. And basically it's about this topic, death and nature. And if you don't know who I am, first time here, welcome. My name is Marcus for Humanity. If you watch on TikTok, what's going on? You watch on YouTube, what's going on? But yeah, follow me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all social medias, Marcus for Humanity. And if you ever want to email me about anything, it's marcusforhumanity@gmail.com. Feel free. And of course, all these social medias that I named, feel free to comment, subscribe, like the videos, please share. And, feel free to message me if you ever want to have a conversation about anything. You have an idea you want to share with me or anything like that. But to get right back into it, honestly, really all my videos are off the dome, but this one for sure, I haven't recorded in so long, but I just wanted to speak to you guys. I just wanted to talk about what's on my mind recently. Recently I've been watching the anime Bleach. Yo, please don't spoil. For the love of God, please don't spoil. But, this topic's kind of been on my mind in general. But watching this anime, and I'm really not that far. I'm only on episode 38. I'm at the Soul Society part, or arc. I believe that's what it's called. I'm just assuming. So I'm going into this anime completely blind. I watched the other big three, Naruto and One Piece. But anyways, enough about that. Just watching this anime, it just talks about responsibility and death, and how to honor that. And I feel like that's perfect for where I'm at in life. I feel like a lot of times, especially as you grow, you wonder about things. You wonder about certain insecurities that you have. You wonder about, why are people the way they are? Why do certain things happen, good or bad? And, to relate that to death and nature, that's brought upon us. We look at others and we question ourselves. We wonder, why don't we replicate what they're doing? Or why can't we do what they do? Or why are they not as on par as we are? Or why are we not as on par with them? Whether it's with capabilities, emotional regulations, things of that nature. You get to a point, or hopefully you do get to a point where you realize worrying about others and other things, it's almost pointless. As they always say, you only got you, and if you have a religious background, belief in God, it's only God and yourself. And I believe that's true to a certain degree. You have to stop wondering and worrying about what other people are doing and comparing yourself. Comparisons defeat the joy. And I'm sorry to circle around. You guys know how I am, but to circle that back, you look within yourself, and you question your success, your failures. Why are you afraid to fail? Why can't you accept your success? Why are you never satisfied? At least I've questioned that for myself. And it's circling back to where I am in my transitional period, where honestly, and through learning through Ichigo, through Bleach, I was learning this before, but the anime really solidifies it or animates my thoughts. But it really doesn't even matter what the success or the failure is at this point. It's more about, how do you want to live? And I question, why do I want to live? Of course it's my human nature to not want to die, duh, right? Just saying for you, but everyone's always what's your reason? What's your purpose? And I do still believe in that. I still believe we all have an innate purpose for why we're here and what we need to do. But lately, I feel like sometimes, maybe all the time, there really is no big thing. I feel like I have the purpose of helping others, talking to you guys. And honestly, these videos are for myself as well, just playing them back. But it's that simple. It's just to just help others. There's no pathway into doing that. There's no certain, I have to specifically help others in hospital, on YouTube, on social media, on, physically, or parasocially like this. We're not parasocial. You can hit me up, but you know what I mean? There's no specifics. It's just help. That's all. And I get caught in the idea of, how do I do this help? How do, what do I do? Where do I go? And, I feel like I'm not doing enough, but just these simple videos, just our simple messages, us talking to each other. And I really enjoy our conversations. I appreciate you. But even just those little moments and little comments and likes and shares and things of that nature, and just other things I do outside of social media and platforms, that is help. I am doing what I'm supposed to do. And I did feel fulfillment, but I kept saying, I need more, I need to do more, I need to keep going, I'm not satisfied, which is great, which is awesome in a sense. I won't get too comfortable, I won't stop, but at the same time, it's when am I going to sit back to enjoy this? So now, to a certain degree, I'm bringing death upon the old me. My New Year's resolution, well, I never have one, because I personally feel like it's kind of redundant, You want to work out, bro? Start right now. Why you gotta wait till the first? But really, my new resolution or revelation or whatever is, why don't we get rid of the old and bring in the new? Biblically, cleanse ourselves. Again, spiritually, physically, emotionally, everythingly. That's what I want to just bring forth with you guys today. And if you feel like you're still searching for your purpose, if you feel like you're still searching for what you need to do, if you had no societal pressures, if you had no bounds to any person or anything on this earth, would you still live? How would you live your life? I would hope all of you would say yes, you still would live. You still would go on. Now what would you do? You have no bounds. You question what's your purpose. You question if you're doing enough. Is it not enough to just be alive? Certainly, someone wanted you here. Someone still wants you here. Bring death upon the old thoughts. Bring life to the new you. Now, I'm not sure what form or shape or matter that will look like for you. That whether that's working out, whether that's improving your intelligence, whether that's improving how you carry yourself, confidence, doesn't matter. But live fully. Bring upon a great day, one day at a time, one moment at a time. And as I've said before, all this pain, this suffering will not be in vain. This struggle will bring you fortune. Believe that. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're listening, and thank you guys. I can't believe we've made it to the end of the year. Blessings. God bless that I've made it this far, in my journey in my life, on here for humanity. And I don't know where we're gonna go from here, and frankly, I don't really care. I just want to see you live fully, not a better you. Because I feel like better just means you're discrediting all the work you've done before. Of course we strive to be better, but really, we're not striving to be better. We're just striving to be whole. To be our best. Live on. Death upon the old you. And as always, almost forgot my slogan. I ain't gonna lie, I almost forgot the intro. Stay beautiful. Stay blessed. And stay believing.